Could the healthy eating rules you follow actually be harming you after 60? It's concerning how many seniors unknowingly follow nutrition advice that's outdated or just plain wrong. You might be doing things right now, thinking you're helping your health, that are actually working against you, leading to needless muscle loss, weaker bones, constant low energy, or even increasing your risk for serious health issues. Getting your nutrition wrong isn't just about feeling a bit tired. It can directly impact your independence, your strength to do daily activities, and your body's defense against age-related illnesses. But here's the good news. Understanding the truth can make a huge difference. In this video, we're going to expose 6 common, persistent myths about senior nutrition that you need to stop believing right now. We'll clearly explain why they're wrong and give you simple, practical advice based on current health understanding, so you can feel confident you're truly nourishing your body for the years ahead. Stick with us because this information is vital for staying active, strong, and feeling your best. Navigating health advice, especially about food, often feels confusing, doesn't it? One expert says this, another says that. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or just stick with habits you've had for years. But here's the thing, our bodies change as we age and our nutritional needs change too. Relying on myths, guesswork, or advice meant for younger folks just isn't effective. That's why getting reliable, clear information tailored for your stage of life is so important. Current health guidelines, supported by doctors and nutrition experts focusing on aging, stress that targeted nutrition is a cornerstone of healthy aging. What you eat significantly impacts everything from your bone strength and muscle power to your memory and energy levels. We want you to feel empowered with trustworthy knowledge. That's why in this video we're cutting through the noise. We will tackle 6 specific, persistent myths about eating well as you age. For each myth, we'll show you why it's wrong, what current health understanding actually recommends, and give you simple steps you can take starting today. By the end, you'll have a much clearer picture of what truly supports your health. Let's jump right into the first major myth, and it's one that trips up many well-meaning seniors. Myth number 1, you need less protein as you get older. This is perhaps one of the most widespread and potentially harmful nutrition myths for older adults. Many people understandably think, I'm not as active as I used to be, or my metabolism is slower, concluding they need less protein. It seems logical, but scientifically, it's incorrect and can lead to significant problems. Here's the reality and why this myth is so important to bust. As we age, our bodies often become less efficient at using the protein we consume. This means you might actually need to eat more protein than a younger person just to maintain your muscle and strength. Furthermore, aging naturally involves a gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. Doctors call this sarcopenia. Think of it like the foundation of a house slowly weakening over time if not maintained. Sarcopenia isn't just about feeling a bit weaker. It directly increases your risk of dangerous falls, broken bones, and losing the ability to live independently. It even affects how your body manages blood sugar. Protein is the essential building material for your muscles. Getting enough protein is your best nutritional tool to fight sarcopenia. It helps protect the muscle you have, assists in repair, and supports strength. Beyond muscle, protein is vital for a strong immune system, wound healing, making essential hormones and enzymes, and even keeping your skin healthy. Cutting back unnecessarily compromises all these critical functions. So what should you do? Forget needing less protein. Experts suggest aiming for a bit more protein than younger adults. While precise calculations aren't always necessary unless advised by your doctor, a practical way to think about it is making sure a good source of protein is a key part of every meal. What does that look like? Include lean meats like chicken or turkey, fish, especially fatty fish like salmon, eggs, dairy such as Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, legumes like beans, lentils, and chickpeas or tofu. Even snacks can boost protein. A small handful of almonds, a hard-boiled egg, or some cheese are great options. Spreading your protein intake throughout the day seems to be more effective for muscle health than eating it all in one go. The key takeaway: prioritizing protein isn't just vanity. It's fundamental for maintaining your strength, mobility, immunity, and independence. Believing you need less protein based on this myth leaves you vulnerable. Ensuring adequate intake is a powerful investment in your health. Moving from protein, let's talk about another misunderstood nutrient: fat. The second myth often leads people down the wrong path. Myth number 2, all fats are bad for you, especially as a senior. For years the message was simple: avoid fat. Low-fat everything became the trend. Many seniors, rightly concerned about heart health or managing weight, became wary of all dietary fats. While it's absolutely true that some types of fat should be limited, the idea that all fat is harmful is a dangerous oversimplification. Your body needs fat to function properly. Here's the crucial difference: it's all about the type of fat. The fats you want to limit are saturated fats, found mostly in fatty red meat, butter, full-fat cheese, and many processed foods, and especially artificial trans fats, often lurking in fried foods, commercial baked goods, and some margarines. These unhealthy fats can contribute to higher levels of bad LDL cholesterol and increase heart disease risk. However, there are healthy fats, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, that are incredibly beneficial, especially as we age. Focus on these healthy fats, the kind you find in olive oil, avocados, nuts like almonds and walnuts, and seeds like flax and chia. Especially important are the omega-3 fatty acids, abundant in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as walnuts and flax seeds. Omega-3s are champions at fighting inflammation throughout your body, and chronic inflammation is linked to many age-related conditions, from heart disease to arthritis and even cognitive decline. They also support brain health, vision, and heart function. So, what's the actionable advice? Instead of fearing fat, focus on smart swaps. Replace unhealthy fats with healthy ones. Choose leaner cuts of meat. Cook with olive oil instead of butter when you can. Try to eat fatty fish twice a week. Even canned salmon or sardines are excellent, affordable sources of those healthy omega-3 fats. Snack on a small handful of nuts instead of chips. Add avocado to salads or toast. Using olive oil and vinegar for salad dressings instead of creamy ones is an easy swap. Read food labels carefully to avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oils that signals unhealthy trans fat. The bottom line: healthy fats are not the enemy, they are essential allies for your heart, brain, and overall well-being as you age. Avoiding all fats based on this myth means missing out on vital nutrients. Choose your fats wisely, it's a smart strategy for a healthier future. Now that we've covered protein and fats, let's look at a specific food group often debated, leading us to myth number 3. Myth number 3. Seniors should avoid dairy products completely. You've likely heard it: dairy causes inflammation, it's hard to digest, or you don't need it when you're older. Concerns about lactose intolerance, which can sometimes become more noticeable with age, also prompt many seniors to give up milk, cheese, and yogurt. While some individuals genuinely must avoid dairy for medical reasons like allergies, advising all seniors to eliminate it is generally poor advice and can have negative consequences. Here's the truth: dairy products are powerhouses of two nutrients absolutely critical for senior health: calcium and vitamin D. These two work as a team. Think of calcium as the bricks for your bones, and vitamin D as the worker that helps put those bricks in place. You need both to maintain strong bones and prevent osteoporosis, the condition causing bones to become weak and brittle, dramatically increasing fracture risk in older adults. Vitamin D also supports muscle function and your immune system. While you can get calcium from other foods like dark leafy greens, kale, broccoli, fortified foods, and certain nuts, dairy often provides it in higher amounts and in a form your body can easily use. Getting enough vitamin D from food alone is tough. Fatty fish and egg yolks are some sources. Fortified dairy products are a major source of vitamin D for many. So, cutting out dairy without a solid plan to replace these nutrients can easily leave your bones vulnerable. What about lactose intolerance? Yes, some people find it harder to digest lactose, milk sugar, as they age. Symptoms like gas, bloating, or discomfort can occur. But this doesn't automatically mean zero dairy. Many people with lactose intolerance find they can tolerate yogurt, which has beneficial bacteria, and hard cheeses, which are naturally low in lactose. Plus, excellent lactose-free milk and dairy products are widely available now, offering the same calcium and vitamin D benefits without the digestive upset. You can also try lactase enzyme pills before consuming dairy. If you do choose to avoid dairy completely due to allergy, severe intolerance, or preference, it's absolutely essential to be diligent about getting calcium and vitamin D elsewhere. Look for fortified plant milks like soy, almond, or oat milk. Just check the label ensures they've added calcium and vitamin D, or fortified juices, canned salmon with the soft bones, tofu made with calcium sulfate, and plenty of dark leafy greens. Discussing this with your doctor or a dietitian is wise, as they might recommend a supplement. Talk to your pharmacist too. They might know about easy-to-take calcium/vitamin D supplements if food sources are difficult for you. Actionable takeaway: don't ditch dairy based on this myth unless you have a diagnosed reason. If lactose is an issue, explore low-lactose or lactose-free options. If you avoid dairy, be proactive and deliberate about replacing the lost calcium and vitamin D. Protecting your bones is crucial, and this myth can inadvertently undermine that effort. Let's move to the fourth common misunderstanding, this one about the tiny but mighty nutrients in our food. Myth number 4. You don't need as many vitamins and minerals when you're older. Similar to the protein myth, there's this idea floating around that because seniors might eat a bit less or be less active, their requirements for vitamins and minerals drop too. My body's slowing down so it needs less fuel, some might think. This assumption is generally wrong, and often the opposite is true. Here's why. While your total daily calorie needs might decrease slightly if you're less active, your need for many essential vitamins and minerals often stays the same or even increases as you get older. Why? Several reasons. First, our bodies sometimes become less efficient at absorbing certain nutrients from food. A key example is vitamin B12, crucial for nerve health, energy production, and sharp thinking. Reduced stomach acid, common with age or certain medications, can hinder B12 absorption. Deficiency can cause fatigue, nerve problems, and even memory issues. Second, vitamin D. Many seniors get less sun exposure, our main source of vitamin D. Since it's vital for absorbing calcium, remember the bone health team? Lower levels put bone health at risk. Third, the need for calcium itself remains high, especially for women after menopause to combat bone loss. Believing you need fewer nutrients overall can easily lead to falling short on these critical ones, and others like magnesium and potassium important for heart health and blood pressure. So, what's the practical advice? Focus on eating nutrient-dense foods. These are foods that give you the most nutritional bang for your calorie buck. Think vibrant fruits and vegetables. Aim to eat the rainbow, as different colors often mean different nutrients. Choose whole grains over refined white ones. Include lean proteins and healthy fats. Because absorption can be tricky for nutrients like B12, make sure to include good sources like fortified cereals, meats, fish, poultry, or dairy. For vitamin D, look for fortified foods and include fatty fish or egg yolks. However, it's wise to be aware of potential shortfalls. Consider asking your doctor about checking your vitamin D and B12 levels at your next visit. They can advise if supplementation is necessary for you. Never start taking high-dose supplements without professional guidance, as too much of some vitamins can be harmful. The vital message here: don't assume your nutrient needs decline with age. Often they increase or stay high due to bodily changes. A diet rich in varied, nutrient-packed foods is key for energy, brain power, strong bones, and overall vitality. This myth can quietly lead to deficiencies that impact your quality of life. Just as important as what you eat is how often. That brings us to myth number 5. Myth number 5. Skipping meals is a good way to manage weight after 60. Managing weight can feel trickier as we age. Maybe your metabolism feels slower, or your activity level has changed. It might seem tempting to skip breakfast or lunch as an easy way to cut calories. However, for older adults especially, this strategy is generally not recommended and can seriously backfire. Here's why skipping meals is problematic. First, it significantly increases your risk of not getting enough essential nutrients. Remember, your nutrient needs are high. Each meal is a valuable opportunity to get protein, vitamins, and minerals. Skipping meals means lost opportunities, making it much harder to meet your daily needs and potentially leading to fatigue, a weaker immune system, and nutrient deficiencies. Second, skipping meals can unfortunately encourage muscle loss. Your body needs regular fuel, especially protein spaced through the day, to maintain muscle. When fuel is scarce, your body might break down muscle tissue for energy, worsening that age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, we talked about. Third, irregular eating throws your blood sugar levels out of whack. This can cause energy dips, dizziness, and make you feel irritable. For anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes, skipping meals can be particularly risky. Finally, letting yourself get overly hungry often leads to overeating at the next meal, or making less healthy choices because you're craving quick energy, often sugary or fatty foods. This undermines weight management efforts. Think of it like trying to run a car on an empty tank. It sputters, stalls, and eventually causes problems. Your body needs regular, quality fuel. So, what's a better approach for weight management? Focus on quality and quantity, not skipping meals. Aim for balanced meals containing lean protein, fiber-rich carbohydrates, like whole grains, beans, or sweet potatoes, plenty of vegetables, and some healthy fat. Be mindful of portion sizes. Using smaller plates can sometimes help. Eating smaller, regular meals or 3 balanced meals plus a healthy snack or 2, if that suits your appetite, can help manage hunger, keep blood sugar stable, and provide consistent nutrient intake. If you need to reduce calories, cut back on empty calories from sugary drinks, sweets, and processed snacks, not essential meals. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, as thirst can sometimes be mistaken for hunger. The bottom line: skipping meals is an unhealthy shortcut that compromises nutrition, muscle, and blood sugar control. For healthy weight management, focus on balanced, regular eating patterns and appropriate portions. Consistency is your friend here. Finally, let's tackle a myth related to flavor and enjoyment of food. Myth number 6. Bland food is necessary or better for older adults. There's this persistent idea that seniors need or even prefer bland food. Think plain boiled chicken, unseasoned steamed veggies. This often comes from worries about digestion, sensitive stomachs, or just an assumption about changing tastes. While it's true some individuals might need to avoid specific very spicy or acidic foods due to conditions like reflux, recommending a generally bland diet for all seniors is not only unnecessary, it can actually harm their nutritional status. Here's why bland is bad advice. First, our senses of taste and smell can naturally lessen somewhat with age, and some medications can affect taste too. If food is deliberately made bland on top of that, it simply becomes unappetizing. This lack of enjoyment can lead straight to a poor appetite, eating less, unintended weight loss, and nutrient deficiencies, a serious concern sometimes called the anorexia of aging. Enjoying your meals is vital for making sure you eat enough. Second, worrying about digestion doesn't mean surrendering to boring food. In fact, herbs and spices are your friends. Many common herbs and spices, like turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, garlic, oregano, rosemary, are loaded with beneficial antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. They add amazing flavor and potential health perks. Using herbs and spices generously allows you to reduce reliance on salt, which is important because excess sodium contributes to high blood pressure, a common health issue for seniors. Third, if digestive issues are a concern, the solution usually isn't total blandness. It's often about identifying specific trigger foods, which might be high-fat foods, very acidic foods, or sometimes even excess fiber for certain individuals, and managing portion sizes, often with guidance from a doctor or dietitian. What's the actionable advice? Embrace flavor. Don't be afraid to use a wide variety of herbs, spices, lemon juice, vinegar, onions, and garlic to make your food delicious, unless you have a specific medical reason to avoid something. Experiment. Try adding fresh dill to fish, rosemary to chicken, cinnamon to your oatmeal, or garlic powder and paprika to roasted vegetables. If you find your taste perception has changed, using more intense flavors from herbs and spices, not necessarily chili heat, can actually make food more appealing again. Remember, food is meant to be enjoyed throughout life. Flavorful food stimulates appetite, encourages you to eat well, and can even add extra health benefits. The myth of needing bland food can lead directly to poor nutrition and a lower quality of life. So, spice things up. Now, before we summarize, it's crucial to mention this. While these myths are generally false for most seniors, nutrition is not one size fits all. Your individual health history, any chronic conditions like kidney disease or diabetes, medications you take, your activity level, all these factors influence your specific needs. That's why, especially if you have health concerns or take medications, it's always best practice to discuss your diet, any plan changes, or concerns with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can offer personalized advice tailored just for you and ensure your nutritional plan safely supports your overall health goals, including guidance on whether supplements are appropriate. So, let's quickly recap the truths we've uncovered today, ditching those unhelpful myths. 1. Prioritize protein at every meal to protect muscles and strength. 2. Choose healthy fats like those in fish, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. They're essential. 3. Dairy provides key bone nutrients, Use lactose-free options or carefully replace nutrients if avoiding it. 4. Vitamin and mineral needs often stay high or increase. Focus on nutrient-rich foods. 5. Don't skip meals. Aim for balanced, regular eating for energy and nutrient intake. 6. Embrace flavor. Use herbs and spices for enjoyment and health benefits. Understanding these truths empowers you to make informed choices, moving past outdated myths and truly nourishing your body for health and vitality in your later years. We sincerely hope this video helped clear up some confusion around senior nutrition. Making smart choices about what you eat is one of the most powerful actions you can take for your well-being. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a like by clicking the thumbs up button below. It truly helps others find this important information. And we invite you to subscribe and click the notification bell to join our community. We're dedicated to bringing you more trustworthy, practical health tips for thriving in your senior years. Please feel free to share this video with friends or family members who might benefit from busting these common nutrition myths. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these nutrition myths surprised you the most? Or what other health topics are on your mind? Your feedback helps us create the content you need. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to your health. Small, informed choices about your nutrition add up to make a big difference in how you feel every day. Stay informed, stay proactive, and be well.